Now let us look at the spectrum of HR analytics or the continuum of HR analytics. Okay. So typically what happens is the HR analytics runs from what? Low to high. So that means what? As the complexity increases, you need to do higher and higher analytics. So at level 1, we typically call that as descriptive analytics. So what do we do here? Sure, Jayesh, what do we do in what do we do in descriptive analytics?
Whatever has happened, we just explain or demonstrate, show that. Whatever
So,
has already happened, we just represent it in the data format.
So would you say that when we are just reporting what happened, we are not doing anything, but we are reporting as is, right? Whatever is happening. Hey, 30% attrition happening, or turnover is so much, or what is it? Cost per hire is so much. So we are just reporting, right? So when we do descriptive analytics, we are not giving any suggestions, nothing, as is. And typically, when you see this, you show this in a what? This kind of a, do you typically show it in a dashboards, which you learned in the third session, right? You typically show them as dashboards saying that, hey, number of people we hired, say, for example, a recruitment process, number of, what is it? Candidates we received, the sourcing channels, number of, the percentage of yield from every channel, or the what drop rate of what is it, offer to joining ratios. So we are just reporting everything. Okay. Then when we move on to the next, I also call it as, when we saying analysis and what is happening here, I also call it as strategic analysis. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Where we want to go?
Strategic analysis. So I just did that session saying that, hey, I'm giving more focus now to what is the business wanting to achieve? What are the pain points of business? Then what is the specific HR metric I need to measure, collect data so that I can add value? Are you seeing the difference now? What am I trying to show now? Specific metric, not any all metrics, specific metrics which will cause the impact. Got it? When we go higher here, then once we are doing that, this is actually called what? Predicting. And prescription almost. What are we doing in predicting analytics and prescription? Anybody?
No. Okay. So basically, suppose, ma'am, in case we have currently like 1,000 staff member, okay?
Okay.
So in prediction, we can check the company hirings prediction. So in case we hire 30 per month going forward, so we can give the like complete HR budget. Like in case currently budget is this one, and in case we hire 30 every month going forward, so our budget would be this much. So we can do some analysis.
Very close, very close. What you are saying is, say in 2020, I have hired so many people.
Yes.
Which in 2021, I've been hiring so many people. In 2022, I'm hiring so many people. 2020. So you are looking at past data over 3 to 4 years, looking at trend analysis, and you're predicting, saying that it can go up. right?
Go on.
And
Or
creating
we
the
require
budget.
such kind of budget in case we
No,
hire around
because
200
how are
employees.
you coming to this conclusion? By looking at trend analysis. Got it?
Yes.
Trend analysis, which will give you the data of 3 to 4 years. Or say, for example, I will say, hey, I'm analyzing the training data and looking at that I'm so many hours by by training people for so many hours, the competency of people is going up. So there's a high correlation between, means there is a cause and effect relationship between what training and competency level of employees. So then I will predict by using a statistical technology called regression, saying that if I increase by 1 hour, if I increase by so many hours, the competency will go up. Prediction. Now, when you predict, means you are predicting to take a decision, you are using certain statistical techniques which are called correlation in Excel or regression in Excel. Okay, guys. So when you do prediction and when you are doing correlation and regression, you are actually moving from a low level analytics to a highly complex analytics. Got it? So typically, if you have noticed, I'm sure all of you will be very familiar with the kind of metrics we track. Are you familiar with employee engagement? Yes, no? Yes.
Yes.
Performance rating we do as a part of the performance management every year ratings.
Yes.
Retention or turnover is what exactly as a part of talent analytics we try to capture this metric, because higher the attrition, higher is the cost. So you want to retain at least your high potentials or high pots. Okay. And how many employees have developmental plans? Okay, person you have given training, or people with readiness for job. We'll talk about
What
it
is
in a moment.
HIPO?
HIPO. That means high potentials. We typically call it as hypo. Individuals with, we have identified them as people with high potential. Okay. In every organization, when you are trying to reduce or when you're trying to retain your people, you don't want to retain everybody. At least you want to retain people who are your high performers or high potential. Got it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So internal hire, diversity of workforce. So these are some of the tracks. Okay. Now, so some of the metrics, typically whether it is recruitment, retention, performance management, career management, I want to give you a very simple, one basic, fundamental, as all HR analytic students who want to really do very well. Okay. Say for example, recruitment process. Okay. Oh, sorry. What are some of the things we do in as a part of this recruitment process? Are you familiar with it? Anybody? What are some of the things we do as a part of the recruitment process? Where does it start? Quick.
Sourcing. Selection.
Huh?
Sourcing. Sourcing.
Very
Selection.
good. SOU.
Applications.
Gathering.
1 second. SOU or sourcing. Okay. Next.
Screening.
Very good. Okay.
The
Then-
first thing should be requirement gathering. Shortlisting.
Documentation.
Huh? Broad, I'm taking broad elements of this process. You know what broad means? Broad things of the process. Selecting.
Mm, oh,
Right? Huh?
Negotiation.
Then
acceptance.
When joining.
Joiners.
है ना? This could be broad, right? Huh? Any process you can take. It could be recruitment process. It could be a performance management process. So will every process have what I call it as broad elements?
Yes.
Broad elements means you do certain activities which will form, like you do certain things in sourcing which will form that element, right? Like in sourcing, you will look at all these channels from where you want to source, right? So that's called a broad element. Now, so fundamentally, when as an HR analytic person, what do you need to look at whenever you're looking at any process in HR? And if there are something called process metrics, will it have process metrics? Like for example, what can be process metric for sourcing?
Yeah.
Quick, huh? For process metric for sourcing. What we call it as channel. No? What? Yield percentage for every channel. No? From placement, how many am I getting? Relevant CVs. From social media, how many am I getting? That's called the yield. Process metrics. So you will have, what is it? Process metrics. Then second, every process, there's something called outcome metrics. Right?
Okay.
And then there is something called for business. Let us understand this very clearly. For example, when you're talking about for a recruitment process, process metrics will be like what? It could be cost. It could be time. No?
Yes.
What else? Quick. Okay. Outcome metrics will be what? So when we talk about process metrics, mostly they are efficiency metrics. Clear? Now, outcome metric will be what? Quality of hire. Quality. Say, for example, you have hired 20 numbers within the time frame, but after 2 months, people have left, or after 2 months, they are not able to understand any training, so they have to be checked out. You getting me?
Yes.
Quality of hire or satisfaction of the manager. Okay, satisfaction of hiring manager of manager. Okay, so you can have certain outcome metrics. What will be business metrics? Anybody? Quick. Now that you have understood everything, you have to be on the top of it, yeah? What can be a business thing for recruitment? You just now did it.
Higher per cost.
Absolutely. ROI. Am I getting my, right?
Yes.
Hannah? Then are you within that budget? Because
Yes.
cost makes a lot of importance, right? The right kind of candidate so that hiring manager is happy with the performance, right? Okay. So performance also matters. Or is this person promotable, right?
Yes.
So these are those because you have hired, but this guy is not at all, no potential, nothing. What's the point? It doesn't. Many a times you'll get this complaint from business. What HR? They will only, the people are not doing their work. I'm not able to produce every time. They give me candidate people, but I'm not able to get work out of them because they are not able to work even 60% of the productivity. Right? So these are some of the things which, when we are talking about any process, when we are talking about, where is it, your line? So when we are talking about metrics, whether it is recruitment, retention, etc., we can talk about all these things. And lead and lag indicators or metrics for every process. Just an example for recruitment. Would you agree? For recruitment, cost, source, advertising cost, referral bonuses, interview costs, sign-on bonus, and time also you can look at time to fill, time to start, response time, right? Efficiency metrics, quality, etc.
Yeah.
So let us just look at some metrics. We will only do 2 or 3 metrics because we will do then data as well. So talent attraction. If you want to attract talent, what are some of the metrics right now you are familiar with? Let me see. Right now, what are you familiar with? I'll write down. Yeah. Guys, tell me. You want to attract, so what kind of metrics can we capture?
Compensation.
No. I'm talking about you want to know, hey, am I able to attract talent? So for that, what kind of an HR metric will you have? Or are you having right now? Very simple thing is, if you have a position which is lying vacant for 6 months and you are not able to attract talent, does that show that, you are not able to attract right talent? Yes or no?
Yes.
Huh? That means, can I track positions, vacancy rate? Right? If a position is vacant, I'm not able to get talent for 6 months. So all those positions which are not getting fixed, time to fill, say 30 days or 45 days, my target, then I can say that, hey, why am I not? No? Then, second, I can also track external hiring rate. If I'm not able to attract a lot of people externally, that also is an indicator that I'm not able to attract talent. So some of the metrics you can have, like for example, I have issued, I planned, that, hey, we are planning to kickstart the 20th batch of this process. So 20 people. So, but I've given offers to 30 people, but only 5 people joined. Does that also send out a signal saying that I'm not able to attract? Even they have taken offer, but people have not joined. Does that give you an indication? Yes or no? Huh,
Yes.
Yogesh? Huh?
Yeah.
It gives
Yes,
you.
yes.
So can we use that as offer acceptance rate that is, or offer dropping rate as one indicator or a metric? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are some of the metrics where if you want to track talent attraction, you can use some of the common metrics. But again, let me tell you guys, you will have metrics. It doesn't mean that because today you are learning analytics that you will track all the metrics. No, you got to be very specific. What metrics you want to track for your role, which are very critical, which can create impact. Yeah. Some of the metrics for recruitment and selection. Are they familiar? Cost per hire? You know how to do it? You have, and you are getting all this. Vilma must have posted you already. And how to calculate this cost per hire? Then, because you have to take all the costs, then vacancy rate, okay? Then replacement cost, salary cost per employee, yield ratio is that one, at every stage. How much of yield are you getting? Say 1,000 people you have sourced, but only 5 people have been selected and given offers. That also shows, that means your yield ratio is very poor. What happens if your yield ratio is poor? What does it reflect? What does it indicate? Anybody? What does it indicate, Pankaj? अगर yield ratio बहुत कम है, Pankaj? You are muted. You are on mute. I thought, let me Bring him out of the comfort zone. Pankaj, I'm asking you a question. If yield ratio in your organization in the recruitment process is very poor, 1,000 resumes, only 5 people getting selected. What does that show? Anybody who wants to
rejection.
respond? Yeah?
High
Huh?
rejection rate.
Pardon?
High rejection rate.
That means somewhere you have to look at your process and say at what stage are you not sourcing the right candidates. Then if you are getting candidates who are all in screening, you are not able to screen. That means somewhere the advertisement or the job description or whatever you are giving. Say for example,
Right.
huh?
Right person for right job
Ah,
with
like
the
for
right
example,
skill set. Yes.
for example, I'm the HR head for a call center. Okay. I need a call center employee who is just a graduate, minimum graduate, BCom graduate, because it's a financial process, who can work at night at a salary of 15,000 rupees. Correct? Now, these are things which I can't change. What is that I can't change? Anybody who can repeat? 3 things I can't change. What is that? Quick, guys.
Skill set.
Skill set and
No, then what
salary.
did you say?
Sa-
I don't.
salary I
Salary,
cannot
yes,
change.
Salary.
15,000
Salary.
rupees. Then what
Shift
else?
timing.
Mm.
Shift timing I
Huh?
cannot change.
I
Night
cannot
shift.
change. It's a night
Mm.
duty. Then what else?
Qualification.
Qualification is a
Qualification.
BCom.
BCom.
BCom qualified.
If I'm going to tell any graduate,
Experience.
any graduate, okay, interested in working in this call center, can apply. What will happen? I'll get BA, I'll get home science people, huh? I will get people with 20,000 salary, 25,000 salary who want to work only in the daytime. So now I will receive so many people, but I want people only with these 3 criteria, which is essential. And if I'm not going to put those things, then what will I attract? I will attract all kinds of things. Are you with me now?
Yes.
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So it
Yeah.
helps you to then understand, do a tracking, and then analyze as to why at every stage, why is my yield not optimum? Got it? Okay. Yeah. Average time to fill again. Huh? So look at jobs. What is the average time? Then what is my target? And then why am I increasing quality of hire? So quality of hire is typically what? You take the performance rating after they have finished their probation period and then look at um, their ratings and see, hey, what kind of quality of people are we hiring?
Hired.
Okay, so these are, yeah. Okay, competencies. A very interesting metric, very interesting metric is human capital readiness index, which is very common to you. Have you understood? Have you heard of human capital readiness index anywhere?
No,
Anybody? Huh?
I have
No,
not.
ma'am.
No.
Okay. First of all, when I say human capital readiness index, what does it mean? Any idea? Huh? It means it's a measure of how many, what is the readiness level of your critical positions, having the required knowledge, skill, and competencies to execute the strategy of the organization. Got it? Okay. So that's a very interesting. Okay, I'll just go to that. There's a very interesting article also. I'll actually send it to Vilma, or I've already sent it. She will send it to you. Okay. Let me show you. This is a human capital readiness index. Okay. I would appreciate 1 or 2 people to show up here. I'll be more motivated. Say, for example, this is an organization. It could be a banking services or financial services organization. Okay. Now, it has certain critical positions. What critical positions? It has under these strategic job families of operation management. It has quality managers, call center, call center representatives. Then under customer management, it has certified financial planners and telemarketers. And under innovation, it has this consumer marketer, joint venture managers, and under regulatory, you have community recruiters. Okay. So these are the various what roles or job positions under these families. Okay. And who will do these processes. Now, when I talk about human capital readiness, now, say for example, a call center representative. Now, these are the competency profiles required by this call center representative. Okay. Say, for example, I will say customer interaction center. Now, if this is a competency, I'll just do a little bit of a iteration. I'll say, hey, for this call center representative, I will actually, the competencies required are that he will need to have a certified customer service certification under level 3, which is a bar. Okay. Then problem management system. Again, I will say under that bar of problem management system, he should be at a level 2. Team building, he should be at a level 3, which is called bars. I'm sure everybody, there are certain behaviors, So I'm saying, I'm also specifying, quantifying it. Okay. Now, say for example, I have the number required. How do I actually forecast the number required? 20 people. There is something called load factor analysis. Have you heard of load factor analysis, guys? Anybody?
No.
Yes, no. Okay. I will give you an example. For example, all of you visit a hotel, right? You visit a hotel. The hotel has so many rooms. Now, how do you plan that you need so many housekeeping people? Give me a response. How do they plan that they need so many housekeeping people? Quick.
On the basis of booking, utilizing.
Yeah, so they will look at number of rooms booked, and then they will say, hey, for every room we need so many people, and that's how they will calculate their load factor of. Likewise, so they will do a load factor analysis, and I need 20 people. Okay, but whereas I have, say maybe I'm having right now, say for example, I'm having only 18 people. What? I'm having how many?
18.
18 people. That means what? I still need what?
2 more.
2 more.
2 more people. Right? So then, how do you calculate your readiness in that area of call center? That means I need 20, but I only have 18 people. So you work out a percentage. Got it?
Yes.
Did you get? You work out a percentage. How will you work out a percentage? Anybody who is in maths? Anybody who has a maths background? Simple, no?
18 upon 20.
90%.
18 by 20 into
100.
100. Right?
Yep.
Got it? 100% of 18. So simple. Now what will you do? So that means your readiness is only 90%. Likewise, let us take another example of anybody. Which example should we take? Should we take telemarketer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, telemarketer does customer management. What kind of competencies he should have? He should have phone selling at level 2. He should have product line knowledge at level 3. He should have order management system. at level 3. All right. Now, how many people are required again? 20 people. But how many people do I have? I have only
10.
10.
10.
10 people. That means my readiness is only 50%, which is red. You can color up saying that, hey, anything below 50 will be red and anything above 75 can be green, etc. That way. Let us take another example. For example, I'm going to take quality manager. All right. The quality manager, how many numbers are required? 30.
30.
But I have 35 people. Can it happen like that?
No,
Huh?
you are above.
Huh?
You are above. No.
No, so I can. Why? I have already prepared them and I have made a succession plan. And so there are 5 more quality managers who are not doing the job, but they have the skill sets. So that means my readiness for that is how much percentage? Tell me.
More than 100%.
More than 100%. So I can also have readiness more than
100%.
100%. My overall readiness will be, I have to add up all these percentages. Now here, overall readiness is how much? 65%. Okay. So that means I'm below. Right? So organizations don't do this human capital readiness index for all the positions. They only do for critical positions. Those positions which actually drive those business drivers, which create huge impact and effect. So they will be doing for that human capital readiness index, because at any point of time, you definitely want to be what? Not red, at least yellow, or you want to be green. You don't want to be red. What happens if you are red? Your productivity goes down, your efficiency level goes down, because they're all what? Strategic positions. Are you with me, guys? Yeah. So you can also have metrics around culture. Like, for example, you can have number of developmental program penetration rate, you can have satisfaction score, you can have, okay, and give a satisfaction score and give a questionnaire saying, talking about the culture, right? And typically culture can be covered even in your engagement satisfaction survey, all right? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So these are some of the metrics, guys. Attraction, recruitment and selection, and metric, and how do you compute? Both of them are there. So for your ready reference, you can actually look at it. Like, for example, when we are talking about competency framework, you can actually say what is the internal certification ratio? Okay. What is the productivity standard, minimum productivity standard? You can actually calculate that also. And in L&D, anybody in L&D, what are some of the metrics you can have? Cost per L&D cost for full-time employee, or number of hours for full-time employee, or training cost per employee, or satisfaction for the content, or employee satisfaction index. So these are some of the common things. Now again, you can have a laundry list of metrics, but you have to be very specific which metrics are important for you. And the importance of those metrics are based on, are they causing the effect or the impact on the results? Very clear? Okay. In an organization, B, C, D, E, F are all employees. Okay? Are all employees, names of employees. Now, the performance is dependent on all these various functional skills and competencies. Okay. Competitor trend knowledge, visioning, business driver planning, accept others' views, etc. Now, they have been assessed, and all these employees have also been given rating on all these skills and competencies. Are you with me? They have been given rating on all these skills and competencies. Now, say for example, I as the training manager, I want to know, hey, which are those key 1 or 2 or 3 functional skills? If I do training, the performance of these employees will improve. Then what should I do? You tell me now. I'll ask Sunil that question, or Komal, or even Anjana. Anybody can respond.
So I need to
What
see
should I do?
performance rating first.
Huh?
We need to see performance rating first in case we do analyze with the performance. Okay. So
What
we need
will
to see.
okay, performance rating. Then what will you do with the performance? See, my question is very clear. These are all the list of competencies, okay? And they have been also rated, ratings are given for those competencies for all these employees, okay? Now, I as a training manager want to know for which competency should I give more training, functional skills, so that their performance improves. So
We
typically,
can check 3
you,
list 1.
Hmm?
To the
What we can
correlation
check 3 list 1 who are rating below the expectation.
What?
So we can check the below rating, like who are listed in the 3 major one. Who are
The
lacking.
performance rating is also given 4, 3, 5, 4, 2, all this, okay?
find the correlation between the performance and the skill set.
Yes, excellent. Okay. Absolutely. So what you will do is you will actually do a correlation, which is a statistical technique to find out which functional skill has the highest correlation so to the performance, so that I can give training in that. Are you with me? Who said that correlation?
Komal.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So I will give you this data to do correlation, okay, after some time, and we will do this exercise. Now let me go to the other data now. Just to help you with a very simple. This is not related to HR, but so that it can help you to understand. Okay. Now, month on month, people keep eating. Say, for example, if the food quantity in kg is 15, the body weight is 80. If the food quantity is 14, the body weight is 76. So what are we trying to find out? We are trying to find out, hey, is there a correlation between food and body weight? Typically, is there a correlation? Huh? A person who eats more, will there be a correlation? Huh? But
It could be
rather than
predictive
out of just
analysis.
gut, pardon?
It
Yeah.
could be predictive analysis we have to do here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Good.
Say we can also establish, say for example, there is a company which says, hey, I want to reduce base salaries. I want to look at it. Is there any correlation between company's revenue, like for example, Sunil, and the base salary? So you can also look at company's revenue and base salary and see if there is any correlation between company's revenue and base salary. So if you have to do that, how will you do? I taught you last time correlation. How will you do? Just select, go to Corel or use the data analytics tool and use correlation, and you will get a correlation, right?
In this
Okay.
month, can we do correlation?
Pardon? No, you want to check whether there is any correlation between revenue and base salary, because you cannot do any prediction or regression without checking for correlation. Okay. Okay. Now, say for example, you are actually guys who are working in business partnering. So typically you would be looking at employee satisfaction index, because you want people to be happy. You look at performance standards, etc. Now, this is an individual exercise I want all of you to do, whether there is a correlation between there is ESAT score and also there is performance standard. Okay. Is there a correlation between ESAT score and performance standard? Please quickly do that. employee satisfaction. Can you all do it quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you all to open your data set and start working on it. Yeah, did everybody get this?
Ye-
Has
It's
everyone,
sample two.
can you do it? I want you all to do it so that even the others who have not done, yeah, anyone. I want you to do a correlation between ESAT and performance standard and then give me your interpretation.
It is 0.14.
Yeah, can you do it in front of me?
Okay.
What you need to do, hide off the D column. Yeah, you can share the screen. So that even others can see it. Somebody is sharing it?
This is how I did.
Yeah, yeah. Show me.
Can you see, ma'am? It's
See,
there.
I can see, but I want you to show me how you are doing it. I can see 0.14, but okay. Okay, show me. I want you to do it again, all over again. Okay, Cordell? Yeah. Good. Okay. Array 1, comma, is that good? Array 2, good. Good. Okay. All of you got the same thing? 0.1422. Okay. Now, please interpret this correlation.
There is a strong correlation.
Huh? Is it a
strong correlation? Yes.
what? I want you to interpret. Whoever has done it, please interpret. Is it strong, positive correlation, or is it
No, I think there is
medium?
no correlation.
Huh?
It is less than 0.4.
Absolutely. It is no correlation. I gave you
No
that right in my slideshow. I told you the correlation is anywhere between -1 to +1. Okay. Now 0 to 0.3 is actually no significance. So here, if you also look at a scatter graph, it is poor, no correlation at all. So what can you make out? That means what will you say when you have like this result? Now it is just not showing a number correlation. You have to interpret this result. What will you say then? That means
the performance system is not linked with the employee perception.
That means the performance of employees is not dependent on ESAT score. Your employee satisfaction can be high, but it doesn't anywhere reflect that if you have a high ESAT, automatically your performance also will go up. Got it?
Yeah.
So in such case, if you go and show it to your MD, he will say, please stop all those unnecessary employee engagement activities, what you do. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
May not. You will have to look at some other factors. So this gives you a thought saying, hey, why ESAT score is very high, but it is not correlating with performance standards. So I need to understand what are the other things which are actually contributing to high ESAT, right? Maybe the employees are enjoying all those R&R activities. That's why ESAT score has gone up. Huh?
Correct.
You agree?
Majorly.
All the fun activities, month-end activities, happy birthday activities. So much so they said, yes, very, very good.
Other than work, they are engaged in all other activities.
Okay. Now, next question. What is the other? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. What is the other one? There are 3 questions. So somebody can share that. Please share. I want people to. Yeah. The next question. Komal can, yeah. Komal, you can share it actually.
Ma'am, which one?
Competency.
So I'm going to, you can share it. Yeah, please share competency. No, we'll look at the percentile also.
Okay.
Ah. Yeah.
Need to find the correlation between.
Performance standard competency means higher the competency, higher the performance.
It's 0.56, ma'am.
Yeah, so
Correct.
there is a
Do a
strong
scattergraph
correlation.
also. Can you do a scattergraph? No, this is not the right one. Okay,
Category.
what is scattergraph? What you do?
Yeah.
You actually hide, huh? Now just select and then
Sorry, just a
click on
second.
any simple
This
click on
is
any
the
blue dot and then you will get your and then right click, add trend line. Yep. Absolutely excellent. So what does it show?
there
In
is a
fact,
correlation.
in fact, if you do there is this format chart area, right? If you go click on that plus sign, click on that plus sign and then look at data labels. Just go to data labels. Not that. I'm sorry. You have to look at, okay, go to trend. You have already gone to the trend line, right? No, I'm looking at that equation. Simple. What you do, just click on a blue one, the job. You on the dot. No, dot. Now do right click. Do right click. Okay. When you do add trend line, you will get click on that. Click on that.
Yes.
Here, see something called forecast, forward, backward, format trend line. Scroll down, then go to display equation on chart. Click on that. You can also do display R square. Now, have you got? So this also gives you the R square. So the correlation 0.56, which is positive. That means what can you interpret? What is the interpretation you can have?
There is a strong link between competency and performance standard.
That means
Positive way.
competency causes
Performance.
high performance. So therefore, you will want to increase competency. So if you want to increase competency, what will you do? Increase the number of training programs for those specific competencies. You getting me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody, whoever is in this
Yes,
group,
ma'am.
guys.
Yes.
Okay. Can we go to the next one, training?
Correlation between performance and completed trainings.
Yes.
Yeah. What does this show?
No correlation.
Absolutely no.
Zero.
That doing just running some programs will not cause improvement in performance. You have to actually be very specific with the kind of programs you're going to run, which are all competency based, relevant to the role. That means just by running a number of training programs, that's not going to have any impact on the performance. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So go to talent retention. Okay, one more thing here. 1 second. Just go to training only. Let us see if there is any relation between competency and percentile mark salary level. That means, the salary level of this person is at an 80th percentile of the market or 60th percentile. So let us see if there is any correlation between where competency and so again, very no correlation between. So at the time of recruiting, maybe they are recruiting people as per the recruitment policy of recruitment manager, this much salary, or quality manager, this much salary. So they are not giving any kind of what is it, additional advantage for the kind of competencies they have. Are you with me?
Yes.
Huh? So when they're taking Komal as a HR head, they are looking at her qualification, at the role, and that's it. And then they're giving the salary. Okay. So their recruitment is not based on what are the kind of skill sets that the competencies are they having. Okay.
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
we are just assuming. So when you see that there is no correlation. Okay, guys? Okay.
Yes.
Let us see talent retention, because the next set you will do it on your own. I will give you time. This is, I'm helping others also so that they can do when they have to work on it. Talent retention. So I want you to do a talent retention is an outcome. Okay. And working conditions. So we want to see if there is any correlation between if people are staying longer, if there are better working conditions. Got it? So please see if there is any correlation between working condition F and talent retention G.
हम working condition तो नहीं है. Working condition है.
F and G. F and G.
F
F
and
and G.
Okay.
Is it because people are getting
3
good working
point.
condition that people are staying? Yeah, to certain extent there is. You can also do this scattergraph 0.39, or I can call it as 0.4. To certain extent, there is a correlation between good working conditions and employees being retained in the organization. Got it, guys? Okay. Now you have another set. I want you to do it on your own now. I'll show you which set it is. Great. Who wants to share?
Okay. So for the employee performance analysis, first correlation between average performance rating and revenue, the correlation value is minus 0.08. So I feel it's not correlated negatively.
So what does it mean? What does it say? That
No
means there is yeah. I mean, the performance rating and revenue has no cause and effect relationship at all, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Means
The
variable compensation system is not there.
Pardon? 1 second. What J? Was it J? Okay. Okay, let's carry on. Then I will.
Okay, the second one is between number of employees and revenue. So the correlation value is 0.779. So I think it is
Highly correlated. Okay. And where is the graph for it?
Number of employees and revenue. This one.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. See, you can see that it is going.
Yeah.
The line is going up, right? You
Yeah.
can see it actually. It's a positive and a very high correlation. Okay.
Okay, and the third one is between average number of leaves and average leaves and average performance rating. So the correlation value is 0.558. So I feel it is moderately correlated.
Yeah, it shows that people who are taking leave also affects the performance rating, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the
Hmm.
graph.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, yeah. Good.
The last is correlation between average work experience and revenue. Again, it is 0.599. So it is
Okay.
again moderately correlated.
Correlated. Okay. There is some kind of a relationship between work experience and revenue. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Okay. Good. So we have one more, no? Employee attrition data also. Or is it over?
There
No, I don't
was
want
a
you to show
slope
me
and
salary
intercept.
prediction. No, no, no. Don't do that. I will explain and then people can understand. Yeah. There is this employee attrition.
This one.
Yeah. Acha, that also is slope and intercept. Okay. So I will show that next. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anjana. All right. So, yeah. Has everybody understood now? You have to be very specific. What metrics are you tracking so that there is a linkage between what you're tracking, what causes the effect, to show the cause and the effect relationship, so that there is huge impact at the business level with the business objectives. Done. Then you also.
Madam, I have a doubt here.
Yeah, tell me.
Madam, that on the first part is average performance rating and revenue is minus 0.08. Is a negative correlation or is a low correlation there?
Was there a minus?
Yes, madam. It's a minus, so 0.08.
Minus what? Minus
0.08.
minus 0.0?
0.8.
First one, ma'am.
Absolutely. Even if it is minus, there is absolutely no correlation. No positive, no negative, right?
Okay, okay. Okay, madam. Okay.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you, madam. Thanks.
So I showed you, I think you have this slides where we showed you from -1 to +1, and then from 0 to whether it is 0.3 plus or minus, it has absolutely no correlation. Okay. And between 3 and 5, some amount of correlation, but between 0.5 to then -1 or +1, there's a absolutely high positive or negative correlation. Okay. Yeah. So any before we close the session, guys, any doubts to be clarified so that you don't carry them over? Yeah.
I have no doubts.
Okay. Anybody else? Or just give me a thumbs up, because then Vilma will pitch in. She will tell you the assignment. And today what we have decided is she will tell the assignment, and then you can seek clarification as to how to go about, so that you don't go back and get stressed as to, hey, I'm not able to understand how to do this assignment. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Vilma, I
I
think,
just have a question, ma'am.
please,
So
Anjana,
with
tell me.
respect to the balance scorecard only, we designed how the scorecard needs to be designed and how it is related to HR scorecard. Now,
Hmm.
there was one more topic that was mentioned to identify effectiveness of the scorecard. So,
Hmm.
or basically reporting balance scorecard results. So, how does that happen?
Well, you will need more data, because when you talk about balance scorecard, the balance scorecard is not prepared by just the HR person. Okay, it is prepared by the business heads, the top management, who sit together and then look at their vision, mission, strategy, and then they create this balance scorecard. And when they create this balance scorecard, they will also create for every perspective. Say, for example, for a financial perspective, then they'll say, hey, this year we have to make how much, say, so much of profit, or so much of EBITDA, or this is our revenue, it has to be. So they'll create what? A financial goal. Then they'll create a metric, a measure. Then they'll also create a target. And then what is that we need to do as a part of the initiative to achieve this? Okay, are you with me, dear?
Uh,
Anjana?
yeah. So, okay, so it is a obviously joint efforts wherein all the heads sit together and then we prepare. But then,
Absolutely.
if
Hmm.
we have to present, like say year down the line, we have to present whether whatever exercise we did, was it successful or not? Then
Yeah. So who are you talking about? Finance? Are you talking about HR? Are you talking about marketing? Now you are talking
who
on
will be
behalf of
taking
which company?
ownership of balance scorecard? It will be from HR side, right? HR will be taking
No, no,
ownership.
no. The balance scorecard onus is taken by the MD will call for a meeting for all the top business heads along with the HR head. Are you with me? Okay. Now, in the beginning of at the beginning of the year, you have already, I told you this is a framework, measurement, a scorecard, where you have written that I have to achieve this much, this much, this much. Now, say for example, hypothetical case, the finance, they have to give how much profit? They have to give, say, for example, up X percentage of profit. So now you are saying, now at the end of the year, I'm calling everybody. So the MD says, hey, from the financial perspective, this was the profit which we have actually got. This is the goal, and we were supposed to do this. Okay. And also some initiatives have been there. Then what will happen? The finance guy will say, but I have not been able to achieve this profit because the HR person was getting people at a very high cost.
Okay, okay.
Or the HR, there is a huge attrition in this. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Which created so much of excess cost. So he will give you, he will tell you this happened. No?
Okay.
Or for example, the marketing guy will say, see, the customer satisfaction index went down. The customers were not happy with the customer service. Then why were the customer service bad? They did not get training. The L&D head will say, but we have given training.
Okay. Okay, so it is basically a platform for discussion based on how the
No,
progress
so
is.
you are getting not just platform for discussion. So all the gaps, the outcomes will be evaluated, and then they will say that what kind of initiatives have been taken by the performance drivers, which are L&D and processes. So you will actually identify what were the causes for the gaps. Are you
Okay.
with me?
Yeah.
You are
Okay.
going to identify the causes for the gap. Got it?
Yeah. And based on those identified gap, new
Yeah,
strategies
maybe
will be
again will
developed.
take so, but you won't wait till the end of the year. There'll be course corrections every time. Every month you will be seeing your balance scorecard. What happens? It cascades down to the lowest level. Okay. So every month you are looking at it.
Okay.
It doesn't happen like, I've given you targets and only at the end of the year I'm going to then evaluate. No, we're going to manage the targets by looking at lead indicators and lag indicators. Got it?
Yeah. Clear.
Okay. Okay, Anjali. I hope that helps you some understanding.